Okay, in this tutorial we will be learning how to knit, and right now I've got circular knitting needles size 11 or 8 millimeter from Clover. That's what I will be using to teach with, but what you can use would be either straights or circular needles in the size 7 or 8 for a number 4 weight yarn. That's what I will be using today, is a 4 weight yarn, and my yarn is the Bernat Super Value. So let's get started. Okay, so first we will do a slip knot. Okay. And then you just wrap it around your finger like this, and it crisscrosses in the front and around to the back of your fingers. Looks this way. So we take the first loop and pull it over the second loop, and then we take our fingers out, and there you have a slip knot. Let's put our needle in there and tighten it. Okay. Alright, not too tight, especially on these bamboo needles, because you won't be able to get into the stitch too well. So what we're going to do, we have our slip knot here, and this does count as our first stitch. And then we're going to do the cable cast on by going underneath the stitch and through to the back. And that's what it looks like. Alright? I always hold it. This is the first one. I always hold it, and then I grab the working yarn, not the tail end. Okay? And I go around and pull it through, and then you want to extend it so that you can get this up in there, and then pull it off. Okay, so then you take your working yarn, tighten it up, like I said, not too tight. Okay, we do it again. Now put it in between these two stitches, and then go all the way to the back, and just like we did with the first one, and go around that needle, pull it through, extend it, and sorry, my camera does not want to cooperate. And there's my working yarn, there it is. And we have 3 loops on our knitting needle. Okay, we do it again. Sorry, I wasn't in the camera. Okay, now it is loosening up a little bit on me, so extend it. See, there you are. Okay. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 loops on our knitting needle now. So here we are. We're going to knit our first stitch. Slide it in just like you are doing the cable cast on, and then go around extend it out so that you can put this one in there. You don't do that. You just take this end off, just like that, and then tighten. Make sure you're tightening it around the widest part of the knitting needle, or otherwise the stitch will be too small and inconsistent with all the rest of your stitches. Okay, here we go again. And again. See? I'm a little too close to the end, really. Okay. Now remember, you're going to be working with smaller needles than I've got. And so you just keep going and knit just like this to the end. Pull that tail tight, and there's your first row. And if you keep going that way, it is going to be the garter stitch. Okay, so I knitted just a few rows. So this is the garter stitch. Remember, my needles are a little too big here, but you can see that it's the garter stitch. And sorry for the yarn being a little dark also, but all those little bumps are from the garter stitch. If you knit every single time, you get all these little bumps. If you purl across the back and then you knit over the front, you will get a stockinette stitch, which is used for it's used a lot in sweaters and such things as that. This is a way to do it. Just practice and make sure that you keep your right count, stitch count on your needle, because that's extremely important. We started out with 7 and we wound up with 7 at the end here. So make sure you always have the same, unless you're decreasing. It depends on what your pattern is calling for you to do, but make sure that you always have the right stitch count and that you're not decreasing when you don't want to. Alright, that'll be it for our video, and happy knitting, and I'll see you in the next one. In the next video I'm going to be doing a purl, teaching how to do a purl stitch, so you can check that out too. Alright, happy knitting, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.